Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Rurouni Kenshin, Kyoto Disturbance episode number 5 reaction. So the previous episode, Kenshin and Saito, both of them confronted Shishio, and like this. I think this is the first time we've seen him properly. We have seen silhouettes of him before, but properly this time. This is the first time. And Senkaku was also there, and we had a battle with Senkaku. Senkaku is like very easy to take out, and but what was actually happening is that Shisho was trying to use Senkaku as like a pawn to test out Kenshin's attacks, but thankfully Kenshin didn't use any type of like special techniques on him and give out his like secrets, except the very final blow where he used one of his techniques. But yeah, that's what happened. And now I don't know, like, will we be fighting Shishio now? Like, what's gonna happen? Let's see what happens in today's episode. So yeah, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Damn. He really looks like a Pokemon here. Oh no. Yep, he saw that. Shishio studied that. Mm. Well, there you go. Hmm. Okay. Right. Oh boy. Oh wow. He's like, yeah, it's not worth it. Um. Well, you stick it stuck in your hand. mm, You know, even if it's not your nose. Oh, Meiji technique. Yeah. Wow. So Kenshin is like modifying his own techniques to make it more non-lethal. Well, we'll see about that. What the? What is that? The hell? Is that a... Yeah, is that a tunnel for you to run away? Um. Oh yeah, that's his name, Sojiro. Tenken. Right. Senpai. Damn, he has a whole like pathway to just leave. Nah. This guy, Sojiro. Damn, his aura. Crazy. Hmm. Oh wow. That's interesting. So can we just leave? Nickname. Oh, ten means heaven and Ken is like sword. Missing all emotion. Oh, that's... it's difficult to fight him, I guess, because of that. Yeah, so it'll be difficult to fight against him. Right. That's why he was just standing there. Hmm. So it's a bad match for him. Oh, he's putting it back. Um, Faster source. Wait, so he's using his EI. Oh, okay, Batso is doing that. Alright. Damn. Equal. Okay. Damn. Wait. Who got hurt? What happened? Oh damn. His sword is just broken. Wait. His Sakabato. Oh no. That is not good. Alright. I see. That makes sense. Because he's doing this to kill, so his attacks will be more attuned to killing. So... Oh, whoa, right, okay. Nah. Useless issues anyway. Bruh, you broke my freaking weapon. Now what? Who's going to replace this? Yeah, one for killing. I suppose that's what you're trying to imply. Right. Well, you gotta get a new weapon. Oh, the hoof marks. Oh, these guys. Bruh, go home. Oh my god, they're gonna die here, I feel like. Are are that, I guess. Yeah. Wait, stand by where? Here? Or they're just gonna go back home now? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. In Kyoto, I guess. Oh no. Oh boy, here we go. Um, right. Okay. Oh, Saito. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, and more people. Oh, yeah. Damn. Yeah. True. Yep. Yeah, you little. Oh boy. Oh, Sojiro's coming. What happened? Oh, damn. He's even before. Okay, that's how fast he is. He's just waiting there for them. It's not my fault. Yo. Hmm. Oh, wow. And just broke it. Damn. Yeah, you broke his Sakabato as well, so. 10 souls. What? Like, oh, so it's like strong people, strong swordsmen. Oh, is he one of them? Ah, wow. Bruh. Eh, what? Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask about them. Hmm. Yeah, true. Wow, Saito, you have a great hobby. Is he going to stay here? Is he going to leave? I'm assuming. Yeah. Tokyo. Who's that? What? Yeah, you have a wife? Wait. Oh, I was wondering. I was like, I've heard that name somewhere before. Tokyo. She's actually okay. Like she was there in history. Wow. Um. Oh boy. Nah, I don't. He's not going to go back. Hmm. Tch. Hmm. Like the grave or something. Yeah. 100 faces. Bruh. Right. Yep, let's go. Yeah. Oh. Mm. Yeah. Yep, there you go. Kyoto once more. Hmm. Oh, something left. Hmm. Because of what's his name? Yeah, Sanosuke's because he's not. He's still probably lost somewhere in the forest. Oh my god, is he? Yeah, he's lost. Right. Okay. And that was today's episode. Okay, so today we had a little bit of a, uh, I wouldn't call it a battle, but a little bit of a confrontation against Sojiro. And, both Kenshin and Sojiro use their, attacks, Bato Jutsu, to clash and break each other's weapon. And by doing that, and the fact that the sword that he was using, the katana that Sojiro was using, is actually one of the what did he call it? I forgot. One of the one of the strongest and one of the uh, like really best of the best named swords. Yeah, Shisho was like, okay, maybe I underestimated him, because that is true. Like, I'm pretty sure Kenshin was using like a random Sakabato. Like, it wasn't really a named sword or anything like that, I'm assuming. and by using that he was able to completely break one of the best katanas to exist. In itself is a pretty big deal. So that is why Shisha was like, okay, then I'll have to bring out the 10 swords. And these people, as he says, they'll help them to bring out Kenshin's Hitokiri side. And, like, he's like, yeah, it'll be. So basically, like, before, like, the confrontation with Sojiro, he was kind of disappointed with Kenshin. He was like, oh, whatever. Like, like, yeah, I'm not really interested in him anymore. But then when he saw that state of his katana, he was like, okay, this is interesting. And that made him probably think that, oh, I wonder how it would be if he actually gained back his previous, like, persona, the not persona, but the Hitokiri side of him. How crazy would that be? I want to see it. And now he's like hell-bent on making Kenshin revert back to that form. Similar to Saito, I guess, but obviously Saito's not going to do anything actively to bring out Kenshin's side of that, the Hitokiri side of that. He can Saito just told him that, what, just go back to your previous self, because it won't really be enough. You've seen like how strong these people are. So yeah, but here's the thing, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I can understand what, like, Saito is saying. Basically, like, like, killing would be way more efficient and way more easier, so he could, carry out a lot of other things. Like, instead of like knocking someone out, if you just outright kill them, then that would be it. But if you knock someone out, there's a possibility that they'll get back up, they'll become a trouble later on, and and other things. And also the fact that you need to actively try to not kill him, that is also another thing. If you kill someone, it's over. As they say, it's easier to break something than make something. Kind of like that. It's easier to just outright, like, take out someone. But if you have to keep them alive, but also you have to make sure that they are rendered unconscious so that they cannot really attack you, that's a more difficult thing to do, which I guess will definitely lower your own efficiency. Like, all these things I can understand. But at the same time, I feel like, because of the fact that killing something one out, like making someone, like keeping someone alive, is way more difficult than just outright killing them. I feel like that is going to make Kenshin, I don't know, even more stronger in that sense. Like, he'll, like it's kind of like you're putting a restriction on yourself deliberately, and that's going to make you even more, like, I guess, mentally strong. You'll have a conviction, and like, stuff like that, I guess. And there's also another thing, like, I do wonder, like, I'm pretty sure there's a big reason why he decided to not be a Hitokiri anymore. Like, but we never really have delved into that. I'm guessing we'll get to that later on in the future episodes. Like, why did he, like, from when? And was there like any kind of incident that happened that made him decide to not be a Hitokiri anymore, and he started being, using a Sakabato, and he started not killing people, keeping them alive? Was there like a certain incident? Did something happen? When did he start doing all of this? Because I guess we haven't really delved into that up until now, have we? Like, when did this happen? And I guess in that sense we don't even know anything about Kenshin, like, and his past. Like, we've gone into a few other characters past here. You can see we know a little bit of Kaoru's past, we know a little bit of Sanosuke's past, all these characters past we kind of know about, Yahiko's past, but we still haven't really heard anything about Kenshin, which, again, I'm guessing that'll happen later on. And when that will happen, maybe that's when we'll get to know if there is any type of incident that made him become someone like this, who which made him outright give up being a Hitokiri. And it's definitely something sad, because like, why else would someone who's like a cold-blooded killer become someone like this? There must be something painful that happened to him which made him, like, take this path, and he decided to not kill anyone. Yeah, anyways, we'll see. Anyways, yeah, so there you go. That is what's going on now. Now Shisho has his eyes on Kenshin. That's fantastic, Right. Yeah. Anyways, we're done with this village. Like, we Saito decided to take Eiji, I think that was his name, wasn't it? The kid, yeah. Decided to take Eiji and uh, and he's decided to send him to Tokyo. Okay, so Tokyo is his wife. Now, when he said Tokyo, I was like, wait, I think I've heard that name before. But I've probably heard somewhere, like here and there. Because I've like tales related to Shinsengumi and everything. Like I have heard of them a lot from here and there, like different like animes, different like stuff. For example, Gintama, like has the whole Shinsengumi in it. Golden Kamuy has the Shinsengumi in it. A lot of characters are referenced there. You know, same with a few other shows that I've seen, like has the Shinsengumi in it. Fate Grand Order, a game, a game that I play, has actual like Shinsengumi player, units in the game, and Saito Hajime is also there. So from here and there, I probably heard the name Tokyo somewhere, and it was there in my head. So I was like, wait, that seems familiar. And then they kind of showed there that this is based on a historical fact. So yeah, so Saito Hajime's wife was Tokyo. This is an actual like fact. Let me just check. Saito Hajime. Okay, Saito Hajime. The captain served as the captain of the third unit of Shinsengumi. Okay, wife. Is there spouse? Shinoda Yaso, who I think who probably died like 1871 to 1874, and then Takagi Tokyo. Let me check. Tokyo. Right. In No, wait a minute. Let me check something else first. Shinoda Yaso. Yaso. Oh, here we go. In Tonami, Fujita met Shinoda Yaso, the daughter of Aizu's retainer. The two met through Kurosawa, who was living with Ueja Shinichiro, another Aizu's retainer. Kurosawa sponsored Fujita and Yaso's marriage on August 25th, 1871. The couple lived in Kurosawa's house. It was also around the time that Fujita may have become associated with the police bureau. Fujita and Yaso moved out of the Kurosawa house on February 10th, 1873, and started living with the Ueda household. When on June 10th, 1874, he left Tonami for Tokyo, Yaso moved in with Kurosawa, and Kurosawa family records last entry of her is in 1876. It is unknown what happened afterwards. It was around this time that Fujita began to work as a police officer in Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. So okay, so nobody knows what happened. Like I just said, like maybe she died, but maybe that's not what happened. Maybe something else happened. Who knows? Maybe she left. Maybe like who knows? Anyways, then 1874, Fujita married Takagi Tokyo. Tokyo was the daughter of Takagi Kojiro, a retainer of Aizu domain. Her original name was Seda. She served for a time as lady-in-waiting to Matsuda Teru. The marriage is believed to have been sponsored by former Aizu Karo Yamakawa Hiroshi and Sagawa Kambei, as well as former Lord of Aizu Matsudaira Katamori. Wait, Matsudaira isn't Matsudaira in Oh my god, wait, Matsudaira is also based on a character from like actual like history? Like I'm talking about Matsudaira from Gintama. Like I know like obviously most characters in Gintama are like based on real people. I didn't know Matsudaira was also one of them. Damn. So Matsudaira Katamori is the actual name of the character who is called Matsudaira Katakuriko in Gintama. So, okay. Fujita and Tokyo had three children, Tsutomu, Tsuyoshi, and Tatsuo. Tsutomu and his wife Nishio Midori had 7 children. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, all these things. Right, so there you go. That is Tokyo. And yeah, she actually existed, like based on real history. So I like the fact that they actually like wrote in the bottom that based on actual historical fact, because a lot of people will probably think that it's just in the anime, but no, they mention it that no, this is not just based on the anime. This is actually a fact. So right now, anyways, so that's what's going to happen to AG for now. I'm guessing, I don't know, like maybe they'll take care of him and like help him out and something. Either way, that's that. And now we are back on our journey towards Kyoto. You know. Okay, one thing I wanted to talk about here is Sojiro. So Sojiro here is it's interesting because his name is Sojiro. Wait, what is his full name? Wait a minute. Is it Seta? Wait a minute. Seta Sojiro. Yeah, Seta Sojiro. Okay, like I said, it's interesting that his name is Sojiro because like he shares his name with Okuta Sojiro. No, wait. Oh my god, Okuta Soji, sorry. God damn it. I'm good lord. I'm mixing up Gintama names with actual names. No, Sogo Okuta. Wait, what was Sojiro then? Wait, what? Okay, I think I'm mixing something up heavily. Like Okuta Soji, what Sojiro? Is there some character called Sojiro that I'm mixing up Okuta Soji with? There probably is. Okay, my bad. Okay, my mistake. Like I was kind of mixing up Sojiro with some, I don't know what, but I was mixing his name up with Okuta Soji. That's why I was thinking maybe he's related to Okuta Soji or something, because obviously this show has the Shinsengumi members. We have Saito Hajime, so I'm assuming we'll probably get to see maybe other, not maybe see, but maybe they'll be referenced later on. The other like famous like Shinsengumi members like like what's his name, Okuta Soji, Hijikata Toshizo, who else? What's his name? Oh my god, the commander. God damn it, I'm forgetting his name. The commander, the main Kondo Isami. Yeah, Kondo Isami, Nagara Shinpachi. Like these people, maybe we'll see them here, or maybe they'll be referenced somewhere in the future in the show. I don't know, but I thought like maybe this guy like Sojiro is like related to, because I was mixing up Okuta Soji with Sojiro. Somehow I was mixing that up. So yeah, never mind. I was thinking maybe they're related or something, but whatever. That was my mistake. I mixed up the names. Anyways, so yeah, Sojiro here, Seta Sojiro, he is interesting because like as Shishio mentioned, he doesn't have any type of like emotions in that sense. Like he doesn't feel fear or like anger or happiness. He just feels pleasure. I think that's what he said. So that's why it's more difficult to kind of go against him, because a lot of people, a lot of fighter, they fight based on aura and based on, I guess you could say, like in a more like it's more of a battle between sixth senses. Like you feel the other person and the other person also feels you. But if there's nothing to feel, what are you going to fight with? That's the problem. That is why Kenshin decided not to like drag out the battle, because he realized it would be more disadvantageous for him because this guy lacks his whole aura. So he decided to just use his Batto Jutsu, which would be the fastest way to take him out. And that's why he switched at that point, because he knew that if he normally fights him, he'll be in disadvantages, in a disadvantageous position, because Kenshin and every single person also does that. They use their aura to feel the other person and fight in that manner. That is also the reason why Saito was literally standing there without doing anything. He was trying, as they said, he was pushing out his aura towards Sojiro, but he wasn't getting anything back from him. That's why he was confused and he didn't know what to do. Should I go and go towards Shishio, or should I stay here? What is he going to do? He wasn't able to gauge him. That's why he was just standing there. I don't know what I thought. I thought it was just one of those anime things where people fight and the other people just stands there doing literally nothing. I just assumed it was something like that, but he had a genuine reason for just standing there. He was trying to figure out Sojiro, but Sojiro was just like all blank, complete. There was nothing he could feel from him. That's why he didn't want to take that risk to go and go for Shishio in case Sojiro has something hidden which he'll like use, and he'll be caught, Hajime will be caught off guard. um yeah, that's why. So there's a genuine reason. It wasn't just one of those anime things. Okay, either way, right, so yeah, that is what happened. So Sojiro is interesting because that's what he is. He just lacks, like, these type of emotions, and he doesn't have that aura type of thing. A little bit difficult to go against him, I guess, in a normal battle. um yeah, because it kind of makes sense, because when you're like here, you can see when Kenshin used his battle jutsu, it was more of a duel. Like, that the other person is going to attack, and you are also going to attack. That's more easier to that's a better way to confront someone who's lacking the whole aura thing. But if you're like fighting him normally, like, he can like ambush you from anywhere, and since he lacks that aura, you won't be able to feel or realize that he's coming. So it's going to be way more difficult if he's like fighting him on the battlefield, compared to now today, where they knew that they were fighting each other. Like, they were going to go from the front. So like, head to head clash is way more easier with Sojiro, instead of just fighting normally on the battlefield, I feel like. So that's why Kenshin decided to switch to Bato Jutsu there, instead of just fighting him normally. um yeah, right. And as we saw, like, Kenshin's Sakabato is broken. I guess he'll have to make a new Sakabato. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and the journey continues. Saito left again. Saito's like, I'll need to take care of a few things. You go ahead. And now, back on the journey. While over there, Sanosuke is just lost. Okay, and there you go. That was today's episode. Really good episode, and yeah, let's see where this goes. Right. So now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we get to see we continue this section from where Kenshin defeated Senkaku, and you can see Misao and Eiji was like peeking in, and they were like they were planning to attack Senkaku, and then they see like Kenshin just take him out with the one shot, and they're like, what the hell? That's it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, and this is where Saito says, like, like, why are you showing mercy to people like this? Like, what the hell, like, Kenshin. And Saito's also like, instead of staying there, like, hidden, come in front of us where we can see you, and just don't leave by my side. To Misao and Eiichi, because obviously, like, instead of just sneaking around like that, it'll be difficult for him to protect them. So he's like, just stay in front of me, like, where I can at least like help you out if someone attacks you. Right, because yeah, they're like, everyone knows that they were there. Either way, this is where Shishio analyzes Kenshin's attack, and he's like, the attack that you used the other side of the katana. This was originally meant to outright kill someone, wasn't it? Like, if you use the other side of the katana, the sharp side, then that would probably cleave off your whole head, completely gone. And he modified it to make it into this non-lethal technique. Yeah, so I do wonder if Kenshin, like, like, most of his non-lethal attacks is just modifications of the original techniques. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. um Either way, he's like, oh, what a letdown, like, I in this way you'll never defeat me. But Kenshin's not really falling for the provocations. And then Shishio's like, you know what, I thought I was gonna have some fun here, but you're no fun. I'm just gonna leave. And he just opens up like a little passageway, and he's like, yeah, goodbye, see you in Kyoto. At which Kenshin's like, oh, like, you're just gonna run away now? And she's just like, I don't need to fight you, like, soldier over there can like play in my stead. And he gives him his sword, and he's like, Sojiro, like, do it. Yeah. And then he just leaves. So you can see Misao tries to like go, but Kenshin is just there and he uses his aura to try to test Sojiro. Sojiro's not feeling anything. He's like, what? Did something happen? Yo, and here he unleashed his aura so hard that even Misao got startled and just fell down. But Sojiro's just there, and Saito's like, it's no use. I've been trying to do this from the very beginning. That's why I'm standing here without trying to go for Shishu, because I cannot figure out what's up with this guy, you know. So it's funny because like basically Soldier's like us, you know. He all this aura stuff and everything, you know, like normal people don't get that. Like I don't get auras. I'm pretty sure like maximum the people in this world don't understand what the hell aura is. We can probably understand the concept, but we cannot feel it. So Soldier's like us. He's like he can, he doesn't have any aura himself. He doesn't understand aura in itself as well. He's just there to fight, and that's it. Um, yeah. So Sojiro's like, you know, just standing there, and Saito's like, yeah, this dude is a bit difficult because he doesn't have that whole aura concept at all. So it's difficult to understand what to do against him. So after that, we see Shishio talk to the girl. I forgot. I don't know her name. I don't even remember if they mentioned her name. But you know, he's like, oh, like where's that part? He says like Tenken. So what is this Tenken that you meant? So Tenken, ten is ten is heaven, and Ken is sword. So heaven sword or sword of heaven or something like that. Heavenly sword, something like that. It translates to. Um, that's his nickname. A sword wielded by a heavenly skill, Tenken. At which she says like, but can't you say the same thing for Batosai as well? And he's like, yeah, but the thing is, Sojiro, because of family issues as a child, is missing all emotions other than pleasure. That's crazy. Yeah, he probably had a hard time as a kid because of his circumstances or whatever. Otherwise, why would someone become like this? Okay, because he lacks joy, he has no fighting spirit. Because he lacks anger, he has no murderous instinct. The higher the class of swordsmen, the more likely they can act upon the opponent's offensive aura. There you go. And that is what Saito and Kenshin was trying to do, to test him, but it didn't work. But tactic won't work against Sojiro. Actually, here we go. Saito has been looking for an opportunity to attack me the whole time, but couldn't get a read on what Sojiro next to him would do, and failed to attack. It's just like, yeah, he didn't take the risk. It's even worse for Batosai and Mitsurugiryu. Yeah, because that instantly reads the opponent's mind, and Sojiro doesn't have anything to read. Okay, and then like Sojiro's like, okay, like can we just begin the battle? Like I need to go catch up with Mr. Shishio. At which Kenshin's like puts down the puts inside the sheaths the sword, and then he's going to use his Bato Jutsu. At which Soldier's like, oh, Bato Jutsu, okay, I can do that too. And they both of them like get ready, and yeah, in the blink of an eye, they strike each other. Now Shisho predicted this. Shisho was like, oh, both of them are probably equally matched. However, since Genshin lacks the like killing intent, his swordsmanship is not intended to kill anymore, so it is a lot more reserved, unlike Sojiro, who is all about killing people. So that is why, since his attacks are meant to kill, his sword will probably completely destroy Kenshin Sakabato, and and something like that. And he's like, Kenshin would lose here. However, Shisho wasn't able to predict the fact that Kenshin Sakabato would also shatter his sword, which is a named sword and which is apparently one of the most sought out and one of the most famous swords. That Shisho wasn't able to predict, because that's exactly what happened, as we'll see later on. So his sword gets taken out, it gets broken, and Saito's like, oh, same to you, your sword also is busted up now. And Soldier's like, oh my god, like, what? Like, that, I didn't do this. Like, I need to, like, I don't know, I need to make sure that she should doesn't blame me for this. Oh. Okay, so then he's like, okay, you know what? Both of our swords are broken. I'll excuse myself. And he's like, and this is the, even you can see that, what's his name? Sojiro, yeah. Sojiro didn't know that this sword, like that he's using, Shishiro's sword, is actually such a, like a prominent, like a very, like, important one. He thought this is just a random ass sword, and he was like, oh, yeah, whatever. It was Mr. Shishiro's anyway, so, but later on he gets to know that, and that's when Shishio changes his mind, and he's like, yeah, we need to bring the 10 swordsmen, or something like that. Juppon Gatana, I think that's what he called them. The same 10 swords, yeah. Okay, so then he leaves, and oh, he also says, Soldiers also says, like, hope we'll meet again, and hopefully you change your sword by then. Obviously, you can take that literally, where he's telling him to change his sword because his sword is broken, or you can take it in a more, I guess, symbolic way as well, where he's basically telling him that, yeah, become your Hitokiri self and then come to me, because his sword is meant for non-lethal attacks. So he's telling him to change his sword to be a lethal sword so that they can fight properly. You can take that in that way as well. In a symbolic way, he's telling him to go back to his Hitokiri self, otherwise he won't be able to stand against him. Anyways, after that, he comes outside and he is going to track the hooves, but then these guys come in and they're like, what are we supposed to do here? And so just like, I don't know, like, I'll ask Mr. Shishu about it, you guys just stand by. And he just leaves, right. And yeah, and here you can see Sojo's like, oh, that was fast, and he's like, yeah, I want to fight Kenshin again. Anyways, that was that. So everything is done, and over and done with, at least for this village. And Kenshin's like, all right, that's it, let's leave now. Yeah. And this is where Eiji comes in to try to kill Kenkaku, and he gets even more pissed off when Kenkaku's like, oh, help me. And he's like, really? Like, when my parents, when the villagers were screaming for help, you did, we saw what you did, and now you are asking for help? That pissed him off even more, so he's going to, like, try to kill him. But Saito stops him, and Saito's like, stop it, like, this guy is way more valuable to us than like, you just outright killing him. Like, why give him the easy way out when he's unconscious? Like, killing him, like, let him go to the gallows, let him, like, suffer over there. So yeah, that'll be way better of a punishment. But Eiji is obviously like, then what should I do with my anger, with my, like, I want to take revenge. I won't be able to get revenge like this. I won't be happy. What will, like, my dead parents and my brother, what will they feel of it? They won't be, their anger won't be quelled at this. At which Kenshin comes and stops him, and this part is really well done, because you can see, like, Kenshin tells him that, the dead never wish for revenge. They wish for your happiness, their loved one's happiness, and you'll never get it if you keep going on this path. This part is so well done, because you can see, I was thinking why they were doing it, but now I'm realizing it. When Eiji was speaking, you see the screen was like getting narrower like this, and then when Kenshin comes in and stops him, the screen becomes full screen again, widescreen again, and then again when Eiji starts speaking, it narrows again. So I just realized what that was. Basically, that was like a symbolic way of showing, like, when Eiji was speaking, how his vision and his way of looking at everything got tunnel visioned. Because that's what happens when you are, like, in a revenge path. You become tunnel visioned. You don't, all that you care about is revenge, and you don't care about anything else. And that is how you sometimes miss way more important things in your life, while you're just chasing for revenge. That's why you can see when they were talking, like when AG was talking, the screen was this narrow, and then when Genshin starts speaking, the screen becomes big, and then again when AG speaks, screen becomes narrow again, and then little by little when Kenshin like convinces him, little by little the screen like kind of gets big again, which kind of shows that he was able to change AG's mind and stop him from taking revenge. So from that tunnel vision, it went back to a wide screen to show that change in AG. I don't know. That is just how I see this whole scene, because that's what it feels like they were trying to do here. Otherwise, why would they narrow the screen and then widen it again? Anyways, that's just how I interpret this scene. But that was really well done, because Kenshin is like right. Like he's like like the dead never wish for revenge. So they all they wish is for the people that are alive, for their happiness. And he says like like, and if you kill him now, way in the future when you'll become an adult, like what's that part? Okay, no one will be happy. As time passes, these little hands will get bigger, and you will surely become an adult. When you do, don't be a man who oppresses others with power like Shishio's clan. Also, do not be a man immobilized by fear of violence like those villagers. Be a man like your brother who worried about you to the very end. And that is the best way to live your life. Be happy. Yeah. And yeah, I guess obviously it's pretty obvious that Kenshin is speaking from experience. Like otherwise, you wouldn't have that much of a clear understanding of this situation the way he spoke here. And it seems like he himself experienced this probably, and something like that. Anyways, that was that, and there you go. That's done. That whole thing. After that, you can see Shishio is like still on horseback, and the lady is like, oh, like where is he? Why is he late? And then we see that a soldier is just standing in front of them. So he was so fast, he even went like more faster than the horse. Even after he started the journey way late than Shishio. I guess Shishio did stop for a moment. They were having like a little bit of a break. Still, that's crazy. Anyways, and this is where he gives Shishio the katana, and he's like, oh, this is what happened. He's like, don't blame me. Don't ask me for monetary compensation. Right, and this is where Shishio's like, he ruined the Nagasone Kotetsu this badly with his Sakabato. Maybe I underestimated him. At which Soldier's like, what is that? And the lady's like, oh, you don't know about that? Okay, the famed Kotetsu, one of the 31 greatest swords. Okay, it's one of a kind. Any master swordsman would desperately want it. Yeah, it's priceless, worth as much as buying the freedom of a best Oiran courtesan in the red light district, which is actually very costly, because as far as I've seen from animes and other stuff, the best Oiran from like to buy someone like and to gain their freedom, I think like they do something like they calculate the amount of profit that that particular Oiran will make in the future as well, and then they take that amount of money and put it in her price, like the amount of a price you'll have to pay to gain her freedom. That's what they do. So like that is crazy. Like imagine like like calculating the amount of profit you'll make, and if it's the best Oiran, they make a good amount, for every every single day. So calculating that good chunk of money for every single day up until when you will retire, that point, and calculating that, summing that up, and then asking someone to pay for it is absolutely ridiculous amount of money. So I don't know. That's what I have seen in other animes and other visual novels. I think I'm not sure if that's how they used to do it, but that's what I know, at least from what I've seen. So you can imagine the amount of money that it'll take to buy the freedom of the best Oiran courtesan in the red light district is a huge amount, and this sword is of similar, probably even more expensive than that. That's how priceless it is. Like 31 swords, like 31 top swords one of them. Obviously, it's going to be priceless like that. He used Kenshin used probably a random Sakawato to just break that, you know. And this is where she shows like, oh, Sojiro, I think I've changed my mind. Can you bring back the Juppon Gatana? I think that's what he says. Yeah, the Juppon Gatana, the 10 swords. So you can see the people, the silhouettes here. Okay, let me look at these silhouettes. There's one girl here. I think that's a girl. Yeah, and one of them is Sojiro. So there's like 9 people. Yeah. Okay, we've seen the silhouettes a little bit, but I guess we'll get introduced to them later. All right, so this is where like she shows like, you know what? Yeah, I underestimated him. This seems fun. I want to bring out Kenshin's Hitokiri side. Yeah. Okay, next we see, like after that, Saito's like, the village people are coming back, and they're like, oh, Misao's like, damn, like, these people, they're just so happy again. Like, what the hell? Like, they literally were stabbing each other in their back a few moments ago. And now they're all happy and, like, about this. And Saito's like, this is where the fun will start. These people, their true intentions and their dark, whatever darkness is inside their heart has been exposed with this whole thing. Now it'll be interesting to see how the human relationships between them break down and they fall apart. Oh my god. Yeah, well, there you go. He's probably right. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Because yeah, they showed their true selves in a situation like that, and now people will be bringing that up, and they'll be like, "Oh, you remember that day? What you did over there?" This is going to happen. Oh boy, it's going to be a chaos. Anyways, let them do whatever they want to. Like, we don't care. Let them deal with their own troubles. Um, like, we've driven out the people, like Senkaku's people from here. That's all. And after that, they're like, what should we do with Eiji? At which Saito's like, oh, I'll like, I'll send him to Tokyo. And they're like, Tokyo? Who? And he's like, oh, my wife. Kenshin. And Misao's like, wait, you have a wife? Okay. And yeah, and Misao's like, damn, so this person must be like, like an absolute saint if she's able to tolerate someone like Saito. Okay, anyways, so that's that. And Saito's like, I'll have something to do. Like, you go to Kyoto, and also become Hitokiri again. Like, this person that you are now won't be enough, and you saw that. You won't even be able to enough. You'll be enough to take out his lackeys, let alone Shishio. Yeah, so he leaves, and after that, Eiichi's like, I want to go to a place before I will leave, and yeah, we see Misao trying to cheer up Kenshin, and Kenshin's like, she's like, oh, like, I like you more when you're more of the like that oro type of, like, like personality. And Kenshin's like, I don't care what you feel about me, but thanks, I guess. Oh boy. But anyways, and then Misa's like, what the hell, you're just pulling my leg? And she starts whacking him. Anyways, that's that. She gives him the ship biscuit, and they're off towards Kyoto again. After that, we see Eiichi and Saito visiting, like, making a little grave for his parents, his family. And yeah, after that, in the final scene, we get to see that Sanosuke is still lost in the forest. And that's where it ended. So there you go. That was my reaction to episode number 5 of Rurouni Kenshin, Kyoto Disturbance. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Rurouni Kenshin. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.